Hi, this is Sarah. I'm the manager here at Occasions at Lake Joy as well as Forest Hill Park, and I also help with events at Cherokee Pines here in Perry. I just wanted to take you on a tour of Occasions at Lake Joy today. So while you're at home and maybe doing a little research on some upcoming events for later this year or even next year, you can kind of take a peek inside of our venues and see what they look like, see if they might work well for you. So we're going to take a look at Occasions at Lake Joy today, and hopefully I can answer some questions for you about that. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to come in through the front door here, the entrance of Occasions at Lake Joy. Have a nice little foyer area here that leads to our front banquet room. We do have two banquet rooms in this facility. We have our front room here and then our back room. The front room is the smaller of the two rooms. This will hold about 100 or so for a reception, depending on how you set it up. And then a little bit more for a ceremony. This is the only room that we have with this stage. So if you like that feature, then this might be a good room for you. We have a little hallway right here with two single restrooms down this hallway that do come with this front room. We're going to come over here, go down our middle hallway. And just so you can kind of see the entrance from this direction. So we've had this room used for ceremonies. If you're going to use, need a room for both ceremony and reception, this is a good ceremony room. And then it's also great for smaller events as well. So this is our hallway that leads to our back room. This also has our changing rooms and another room down here as well. This room is an extra room that does come with whichever room you decide to rent. So if you do just rent one room versus both rooms, this would still come with whichever room you rented. This is just a big empty space. We've had it used for another changing room if you needed a larger changing room space. We've had it used for food tables. So if you kind of need to save your space in the banquet rooms and wanted to put your food table somewhere separate to keep that space open in the banquet room, this is a good option for that. And we've also used this for kids' rooms too. So if you want to keep kids separate at your event, kind of let them have their own space, this is a good option for that as well. So this right here is our bridal suite. This is our largest changing room that we have on site. This does have a full restroom in it, so sink, shower, and toilet if you need it for anything. We do have a door right here that leads to the other changing room, but you can also, of course, keep it separate like it is now. If the guys are using that room, you can lock them out. So this is our second changing room. This is of course the smaller of the two. So most of the time the guys do get stuck in here. They tend to need a little bit less space than the girls anyways. But you could also use this as an additional restroom to the front room or the back room if you didn't use this for a changing room. So some other options for that. Little restroom in here. So again, if you had a ceremony in the front room, or even if you just reserve the back room, your guests could still come right through this front room here, through these double doors, down this hallway to get to our back room. So this is our back room. This is our largest room that we have on site. We have had up to 150 people in this room, depending on how you set it up. If you need a large dance floor area, you probably wouldn't be able to fit quite that many people in here. This room does have the mirrors, which a lot of people do like. The curtains with the mirrors do stay up all the time, but we've had people kind of put their own decorations over top of them, add their own colors, so you can kind of dress those up to make them fit with your event. The curtains on this wall can be removed, so those do not have to stay up if you didn't want them to. We have one restroom in this room. So you could also use the changing room restrooms for additional restrooms if you needed to do that. And then we have the one in here. So this space just keeps on going. It's a really large area. This building actually used to be a skating rink, but it was converted into a church after that. Then when we purchased it, we've been using it for an event venue. So all these floors are original to the skating rink. Just trying to give you a lot of different angles to look at here of the room. And this building pretty much makes a big circle. So we're gonna keep going this way. We have two doors here that go off to a little porch area. This is a great place to unload your vehicle. Of course, there's some parking over here. This might be a good smoking area if you need a lot of area for that for some of your guests. But it's really close to the kitchen and of course the back room. So it does make it a pretty good unloading area. So this is just another little room that leads to that changing room, but it also leads to our kitchen. So we have a cooler in here, and then we have a refrigerator in here. This could be used for extra prep space if you needed to put out some more tables to get the food ready. We do have another little restroom in here as well. So, if your caterers wanted to just kind of have this area to themselves, they would have access to a restroom. And then this is extending into another kitchen area. This does have all the standard appliances a normal kitchen would have. So microwave, oven range, sink, dishwasher. Any utensils, anything like that you would need to bring in. We don't have an ice machine, so that would need to be bought in as well. But we do provide the appliances. So this comes right back around into our front banquet room. We do rent out our banquet rooms separately, or you can rent them out both together, just depending on what you need for your event. The kitchen does come with whichever banquet room you decide to go with. So regardless of if you're renting the front room or the back room, you'll get the same kitchen either way. And we do limit events to one event per time slot at this venue as well, just because there is kind of limited parking. We don't want there to be any conflicts with that. So we only will have one event going at a time here. So this is where we keep all of our tables and chairs. We have the 6-foot rectangle tables. We have several of the high top tables, the white folding chairs, and then of course our round tables. We do have some additional brown chairs back there if you need those, and some of these skinny seminar tables. So all these tables and chairs are included in whichever package you decide to go with. So there would be no need to rent those out separately. Linens are not included in the prices. So tablecloths, chair covers, anything like that, you would need to bring in from someone else or get them yourself and bring them in. We do sell the tablecloths if you would like to buy them from us. They are $12 each. They're round and rectangle. And you buy them new, so you keep them afterwards. Alright, just want to kind of walk you around our building here, show you what it looks like from the outside. We do have a handicap ramp off the front here, as well as stairs. So there is kind of limited parking around the building itself, and unfortunately at the moment they are doing road construction here, so just something to be aware of. We do have additional parking across the street that is included in all of our full day packages. It's kind of hard to tell from this picture, but there's an entrance down by the lake. And we do hire a police officer when that parking is used to kind of help with people crossing the street. And it can also be added on to our half day and hourly events. And just to kind of give you an idea of parking around the building, the owner says about 30 cars could park around the building. So there's some parking on this side. And this is also, again, a great place to unload over here, where our little side porch is. I do recommend, if you are just using the parking around the building, to maybe have someone help direct the parking, so you can utilize the side space first and then park in the front last. So not a whole lot of parking on the back side of the building. Oops. I would leave this open just so people could drive through, drive around. And then there is some parking on this side, so you could possibly have some cars parallel parked against the building and then still have space to drive around. So I've realized that if you do not have anyone directing parking and you are just using the parking around the building and not the parking around the street, that everyone tends to park up front and no one uses the sides. So that limits your parking really fast. So thank you for letting me take you on a tour of Occasions at Lake Joy. I hope that you saw some stuff that might be beneficial in helping you make some decisions about where you might want to have your event in the future. Again, we have several different packages. We have packages for the full day for one banquet room or both banquet rooms. We also have weekend packages where you could reserve Friday and Saturday. Those are great for weddings. And we also have half-day packages, which are 6 hours, and hourly packages, so you can rent by the hour. So regardless of what kind of event you're having, you can kind of pick which one's going to work best for you, so you're not overspending, and you can use some of that budget to go toward other things that are necessary for a party. So lots of options there. You can check out our full price list on our website at occasions@lakejoy.com. You can also check out our Facebook page, message us, email us, comment, and we would be happy to answer any questions you have and get back in touch with you. Let us know if you want us to check an available date for you, and we'd be happy to do that. And we look forward to helping you however we can with your event coming up. Thanks for watching.